Shadowverse Evolved top decks for episode 3. And we have some pretty, I have some pretty interesting lists. We have Del Zero. I say his name because I think he's a nuts player on the Shadowverse Discord server all the time. Did come second in shot qualifier. I want to get that out. Not really spicy text. I think this is pretty standard. The Dark Offering. I think I've been seeing more execution, like what is it? Argelic, like something, right? The basically execution. In a lot of that, dead, which I think it is probably the right call because in a mirror you want something to execute the Holy Sentinel. I think 2/2 is actually the key. But besides this, he has a pretty decent list. He also pulled the human. That was it for Havenless. I mean, have any last week. So throw a golem. That's not really solid. Unknown. I don't see too many people running real golem or angelic barrage. To be honest, I feel like a lot of people are being from angelic barrage because it's only one, right? And a lot of aggro decks. Like, what does angelic barrage kill? Wraith, right? Like it's not the best. And I see Angelic Knight. Angelic Knight makes sense too. The 1 mana 2 damage is really removal. Angelic Barrage is kind of have a Erasmus Dirt. I think Dirt is low-key soft on. I think Dirt is 5th best deck in meta. It's still far down. Don't get me wrong, right? But I think Dirt is a lot better than people give credit for. Your laboratory, nice. Actually, I can't really tell what a good dirt build is. On my full, honest opinion, I don't know what a solid dirt list is like. 'Cause I haven't built it myself. I've just seen friends of mine play it, and I think this list probably looks fine, right? Try some magic, Monic Strike for extra pushing. One protection is a nuts card. Rasmus obviously is he's an alchemist. I feel like this is a pretty solid list. I can't tell where I upgrade anything. I don't back myself. I think it's another dirt list. This deck doesn't play Merlin, which I think is just. I think Merlin's just a nuts card, like overly does everything. Like just whatever you want, right? I think Merlin correct play, playing Gabriel as well. Which this list is alright. I think this list is a lot worse than the first IMO. I have sword. I think. Yeah, more. I think this actually Burn Evolves. No, it's different. I don't think Burn Evolve. Or I said Burn Evolve. Burn 1. Burn 1's list is a little different. Around and be quite general. Or Onslaught. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Onslaught. I feel like the 1 mana. Oh, he does play on Bridal Fury. Oh, he has 5-card removal. Not bad actually. So runs on Bridal Fury. Then at that point, why don't you just run Execution, right? It does 5, right? But Execution, against Dragon, it matters more, right? So I think that's where I would change. Also, only one of Fervent Soldier. I think Fervent Soldier is a crazy card. They don't respect Fervent Soldier. You win the game on this every time. You play it on 2, they don't respect you. You 4 Fencer, and they get cooked. It's actually disgusting. 4 Fencer or what Fervent Soldier can do, they don't respect it. It's a card they have to respect on 2, and they have to clear it somehow. If you're playing Dragon wants to Oracle, turn 2, no matter what, if they have Oracle, they're Oracling. So they have to somewhat disrespect it, right? And then as soon as they disrespect it, it's 5 per Fervent into 4 Fencer to them getting, right? So okay. I don't know if I like the Stale Knight. Kind of and with a card beside it, I've never seen anybody run. It might be unfound technology, but I think it's probably questionable. I think it gives unit 1 in a draw, so it goes 1 for 1, but how do I feel? This guy took Abyss and first Shadowverse Vault tournament, so congratulations to him. And he topped. He won first in that event. It wasn't a shop qualifier, but it was a regular tournament. Good. Good for his first time. As I always said, I think Alucard is a trap of a card. Alucard's a mistake. But overall, I think you also want to run more Soul more draw power. You're gonna run into games where you're gonna run out of steam as an aggro deck and already on a timer anyway. I want to run 2 bare minimum draw card. Besides that, I think another very interesting list. Actually, I actually didn't take time to look at it. Real, Righteous Devil, Bellring. I think he's probably trying to like go for a more rangy deck. Pass. Yeah, it's more mid type of deck, but I don't know how I feel. I think Adjunct Barrage is such a trap of a card. Card's so mid. I think I want to do some testing with this. Actually, I don't know how good this. But they did do well in the shop term, or not shop qualifier, but their regular shop tournament. I think second. Not bad, not bad. List that topped a shop qualifier. Also a more rangy, like. Again, I don't know how I feel about mid personally. If he's doing well, this is the second list has been shop qualified, so it's even value to it. So I don't know. I would want to test some of these more rangy Abyss decks. Let's just got an Abyss player myself, right? Not bad. Courage dude. Not the qual. Now we're looking into Forest. 1 less Fairy Dance. I actually think we looked at this last week. I might have accidentally pulled it up from last week, which is bad. This is also an interesting list. I think it's probably just. Oh, I think Rose Queen is like running more. Probably wrong. But list itself, I think. Woodland what is it? Something I can't really read. Reforge maybe? I don't know. Their card's probably bad. Doug Barrage is kind of bad. I think Archer's a good card. Homecoming, I think a lot of people sleep on Homecoming. Which I think that is actually like ahead of the meta. I think Homecoming is not. A 3 top bottom and then late game you can nuke a whole. I think it's like weird. Abyss even sometimes you can they just nuke the board and they look at you like grab in. All my gas, all my board presence is gone. Hurts, especially in the mid. If you're a Forest and you have Homecoming, you're at an advantage. You your whole board in the back to the top of the deck, or the token just vanish completely. I think it's really good. And I think last week I said I didn't like Silver Bolt. I might have changed my mind on that. A friend of mine actually like put me onto the absolute sauce of Ford. I think Silver Bolt might not be that bad. I think Silver Bolt is pretty good. I don't know if it's but it's pretty. Rose Queen. Yeah, this is a solid list. I think this is probably where I would run my list as well. Like some around here, something like this. Correct list. Maybe not Woodland. This is another shop qualifier winner. Guys, they're playing Flame or Class Force. What? Force Fire. I actually didn't think this would work. I think Flaming Glass, Dragon, right? But he made it work, and I respect it. I actually did invading decks, especially since our meta is different from Japan. Innovation like this, I love to see it. They do run 2/2 and only 1 glass, which I think is probably like a Saki if you hit it on 3, like or essentially because you play glass on 3, play flame on 4. I think if you hit it, it's very nuts. Besides that, I think that's probably why they want to run it like a Saki like win condition, where you burst him down on the turn after you Rose Queen. That's my like assumption. I don't know how he's playing the deck, but I assume you Rose Queen. Who I guess what max Rose Queen 9? then you flaming glass them on 10. Like if you have it in hand, flaming glass them, clear the board, and then swing. Which I think is probably how they want to play that deck. I think Roach for burst damage first to get more value off your Ancient Elf, right? People would want to trade into a 5/5 ward. You Woodland Curse it. It has 0, they take 5, and you have another ward that still sits there for a little bit. Path is pretty good because you harness glass, and I think this is pretty solid. I think this might be cookable. You could cook with this. I might test this one out as well. That was top. Dragon, Flaming Glass. I think Flaming Glass has gotten a lot more respect. A lot of people said in the game Flaming Glass is not a real card, but I think Flaming Glass might be like serious technology. Genuinely serious. I also think this list was shown last week. My bad. But I think I'm actually a Flaming Glass believer. I am a Glass believer. I'm not gonna talk too much about that list, to be honest. I think I talked about it last week, which my bad for reposting it. But I can go too in depth with the list. Caller is good. Cavalier is that's card. I think Cavalier play in Dragon. And I don't know how I feel about Ivory Dragon. I don't know what it does. So I can't really comment on it. But I guess since probably one evolve, right? But we get to go a little wider. If you want a Fafnir, you can drop that the Fafnir. But everything else is pretty stable. Serpent Wrath, Dragon, playing Flaming Glass. You need 2 glasses, right? Enough list. Enough. This is a just for which maybe incorrect. That's incorrect in my opinion. Because you will eventually like that's a lot of high cost cards, right? For ramping, if for whatever reason don't ramp and you put a hand of like I don't know Faf, Sheng, Dragon Knight Guard, Gen, you just that's an auto loss. What is your ratio? 5, 7, 10, 10 big guys, so 25% of your deck. You will see at least one of them in opening with that odd. And I guess if you want to count Dragon Knight Guard as well, plus execute more than 10. I don't know how I feel about that for Blues, but it worked for him. For me, did up, and I do respect the leader. But everything is pretty. I saw a lot of lists not running Ayla, which I think is flat out wrong. Not running Ayla is, I think, because you have 3 cards in your deck that is ramp if you want to play. No, don't play Ayla. If you're trying to hit your Dragon Oracle when you have, like, I don't know, if you play a 40 card deck, what is your odd on that, right? It's terrible. You want at least 6 to boost up your odds. The Dragon list. Someone also plays this for. I feel like it's very greedy. For early game is questionable then, right? What do you have for early game? Bellringer? Like Bellringer, hope Bellringer stay there long enough, but if you're playing a sword though, like I think sword just runs decks like this. Quickly. You have removal of Serpent Wrath and Dragon Breath, but when they full offense you it's gonna be rough. Especially if they full offense around you on 3. I don't know. Tough to say. But me looking at it, a bad list, I wouldn't say. I just can't get behind triple this. I can understand double though. I could see double, but not triple. Tall enough list. Yeah, this is a list I would probably more Radiant Princess. How about that? But this list I would get for behind. I guess Dragon Wings for the meta call. I guess if he or aggro in his local. It seems kind of slow because it's not a quick, but I could see it. Dragon Princess, I think, go wide, a little wider on his path turn. I think this list is probably the best list we've seen for Dragon. Yeah, one execution. I might one path. I guess you do run Shadowverse with like 4 cards of draw power, technically. Look at it like that. But I might want more than one path. Honest, I know what I would cut. Maybe down on Dragon. Overall, pretty decent. Very, very decent. I think that is it for our Shadowverse of all top decks and further than usual. A lot of people at Shadowverse of all. We can get more next week. Next week, actually sooner than next week.